Today we're going to go through the creative playing and recording process. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Where have you been? You've been nowhere, you've been exactly where you need to be, but I've been a bit absent. Long story short, better quality, I think, is what I'm going for. But today, we're going to have a look at a bit more creative process. So, some of you may know that I am a remote recording artist as well as a live person and a YouTube influencer and whatever. So from time to time I do paid work as a lovely little sideline, little side hustle with this beautiful C3. C3 does most of the legwork, I think, and the 122, and I'm duty bound to say the Profcon ZD1 overdrive as well. That's set up with some lovely little preamps over here. So my Neve pair of Neve 1073s over here with the EQ gets me a pretty good sound. And then with the aid of the fingerz, from time to time, I get asked to do remote records for record companies and civilians. And so what I do is they send me a track, and I have a few requirements that I'll discuss with them. They'll send me a track, I'll stick it into Pro Tools, and then I have to go through a process that I think shows a good enough outcome for me then to charge the client. So I thought maybe that would be interesting. Maybe that'd be interesting. So here we go. And the good news is I've been asked to do a track recently by a very good friend and my colleague, Paul Rose, who is a crackerjack guitar player and plays in a lot of bands up north of England. And I've got the pleasure of playing with him in a band called Guitar Heads in England. He is one of the aforementioned heads of guitar. So he sent me a track. I've not heard it yet. He sent me a track. I thought I'd let this roll, and then I'll cut it up into the points that are not boring, hopefully, fingers crossed, and you can see what my process is. And I'll try and be verbose and talk you through it as I'm going along. I've got the overhead camera up here, which is good. I've got an output, so everything you hear, me recording stuff and all the mistakes and everything should come through as well. So it'd be interesting, won't it? Right. And it's around the process. It's around learning the song, understanding what you need to do, working on your part, thinking what your part is, because at the end of the day, you've not been given a part. You may sometimes get direction. Always listen to the direction. Always listen to the direction. A little tip I've got as well, if they give you a guide organ part or a guide musical part, that's probably what they want. But they want it recorded better. I've done some what I thought were cracking takes before, and the client really wanted the organ part that they got, and stuck together. But they wanted it with the right sound and a bit of a swing. Swing is so important, but that's another thing. So here we are. I've got my C3. I've got my Pro Tools just sort of hiding away. You'll notice, talking about my process really, you notice it's not there. Some of you will know that that's kind of where it lives. But when I'm doing a recording on the organ, I'm going to put it there with the keyboard there because I don't want a bad back. I'm going to be spinning around backwards and forwards, stopping and starting and trying to get the bits right. Piecing things together. Imagine that, someone piecing things together. I certainly wouldn't. I would. And get it sorted. So here we go. I'll be on headphones, but you'll still be able to hear me. You'll be able to hear what I'm listening to as well on a good day, and I'll just kind of do as much as I can over here, but also try and talk to you over there. Okay, so the very first thing to do is stop saying so all the time. The second thing to do is to reach over here and pick up a notepad, which is here. Now, being Paul, I don't think this is going to be an easy afternoon. All right, as I say, I've not heard it before. But as I say, he's a crackerjack guitar player. So, said it again. First thing I'm going to do, have a listen to it, think about some ideas as I go along about what I could play, and also work out the structure of the song and make the key centres and bits and bobs. I've got the microphones on a T-bar, the top Leslie mics, and I've got them corner mic'd at the moment. SM57s, pretty standard with some windshields on. and down the bottom, Beta 52, a kick drum mic. Then I've got a nice Rode mic as a room mic, which I may or may not use. And I have an output, a line output reamping, which I may or may not use. Sometimes if it's really dirty, I get that line output and put a bit of overdrive on and have a stationary overdrive sound. But I don't feel that's going to be today because Paul is a huge fan of Deep Purple, as am I. So what I'm going to attempt to do today is give him what I think he wants. But I've not heard it. All I know is it's 160 BPM. So buckle up, everybody, and let's have a listen. Off we go. Well, first things first, not for you, but for me, that was very loud. So I should turn that down somewhat. All right, try again, shall we? Right, let's get me input in so I can hear myself playing along to it. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That button there and that button there. Okay. Do levels in a bit as well because I want to get those levels right. I know the levels are good on the Neve, just where I want it, and on Focusrite, just where I want it as well, but work that out in a moment. I have a feeling that the overall organ is going to have to be a bit louder. Okay, right, well first of all, I can tell there's something going on. There's some kind of, what do you know, crackerjack octave breaks going on. Sounds like that. E, A, right, E to A. There we strap in. E, A, sounds a bit something I'm not picking up there. It's going. All right. I could follow those. Blues. Ah. Da, 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 da. Is that a little walk down I need to look at some point? Okay. E. That's the EA, but there's a 9 in it. There's a run. No, back a bit. There's a run in there. E. A. E. A. E. A. E. A. Up an octave. Okay. E to A. D. A. E. A. What have we figured out? Well, we've figured out there's a modal bit going on. We've figured out that mainly got a lot of E work in there, which we'll get to. A lot of E to A, so it's a quick version of In the Midnight Hour, bargain. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do go through the recording process now. Right, so I don't know how much I'm going to speak here, but maybe I'll put subtitles on or something like that. I think that works. Let's try. Well, he's got some chord coming in here, so I'm going to go back to group 1. Let's see what chord he's got going on. Okay, so I can record that bit. I think seems easy enough. Oops, recording over multiple tracks there because I forgot to switch that track off, didn't I? What does that make you, sir? It certainly does. Wasn't happy with the octave there. I don't think I chose the right. Okay, let's save that session and we'll have a listen to that. And then we go through at the end. I'm going to make sure I'm tight. If I'm not tight, we're deleting it all. So we're going up the scale there. What comes next? I'm tempted. Let's do the back in first, and then I'll look at maybe following that guitar part there. Okay, so it's double E, and I wasn't happy with the 9 anyway. Hold! That's what you do when you can't work out what the keyboard part is for that. Long held chords there, and I don't think it worked, so let's try. I'm not happy with the take of that either. God, I've got to go on that beat. I think my hands are a bit cold for this. Oh, I forgot the run. I was so impressed with my timing. 1, 2, 3. And I'll run this one in. What do you reckon? All right. Let's have a listen to that. Da-da-da-dang. So we're back at the beginning now. Da-da-da-dang. First page. I don't want this to be just okay, I want this to be really good, but I might have to go and warm my hands up, I think, to finish this properly, but we'll see. Still had Leslie on, but okay, I was on time. I got the ending right, I think. Save session. Right, so I've got some stuff then, haven't I? No effects on this organ at all yet. Right. That's not grooving as well. And the guitar part on the keyboard. It's not bad. Now I'm thinking, should I be following? Should I do the? Come on, Nick, get it right. Should I do the? Should I do that or not? Because it's not. It's his song. It's not my song. So I don't want to be. I don't want to sound like a paid backing artist necessarily, unless I'm told to be. But I don't know. You know, it's not without charm, is it? Oh, it sounded all right, didn't it? Oh, I don't know. Let's stick a bit in and see where am I dropping in? Okay. All right, this is going to use up a lot of film. This is getting that fingering right. Yeah, okay. I might have to do this in a couple of ways. Yeah, maybe I'll do it like that. Cheating. Okay, that end bit's not like that, but oh. There's an E on the end of that, do you think? All right, then. Okay, we're deleting it, starting again. Let's not be precious, we just crack on. Otherwise we'll be here all week. Yeah, okay. Should really learn it, really. Oh, it's going to be that, isn't it? Okay. Ah, it's messy. It's messy. And it's messy because the click is slightly falling out of time. Oh, and I can't play it. Right. I kind of like that. I don't need to play that. I've already got that on the part, haven't I? Oh, I need it higher as well. I need it just in there. So here we are in day 2. Well, actually it's day 5 or 6 because I had a couple of gigs in the gap, but we're in a freezing cold studio that's had the heating on for about half an hour, and Paul has been in touch. So what happened was I did a monitor mix and sent it over to Paul with my organ parts placed in, and he said, yeah, sounds pretty good, a couple of things worth looking at that I'll want to get in touch with you about, which is fine. Exactly what you want. The more guidance you can get up front, absolutely the better it is. So I then isolated the WAVs, I mixed all the microphones into a stereo, I added some trickery, which I like to add. I've explained that in previous videos, but I can go through that if you want. Put it in the comments, you know, just as you're liking and subscribing, and we'll discuss that bit a bit more if you want. And then I got an email. So this is good news. So he basically says the tracks have evolved somewhat, which is fine. And he's gone through and listed all the things that he thinks could be improved or corrected on the bar number, bearing in mind the 160 BPM, which is beautiful. So as I drop it in here, the new version that he sent me there, I'll drop it under the old version, see how if it lines up. It does line up, thank you, Paul, perfect. And we've got things like bar 27 should be F sharp chord, should be a -7. I think I was probably playing a major or something like that. That's fine. Bar 69 run up. You remember the one I spent ages on? And if I'm any good at Final Cut Pro, you'll see me go as I speed up through it, because it'll be annoying you as much as it was annoying me. I'll do a little, and as it's whizzing forward, you can like and subscribe down there. That'd be tremendous. That's G sharp, A sharp, B, E, and I spent ages, you'll probably heard it, I spent ages on that B or on the D and couldn't figure out whereabouts it was because it was mixed in a little bit. So it's a straight overdub, perfect, easy peas. Bar 98, this is more a style pointer, which is great because that's what I want. The more of these you can get up front, the quicker the remote session is, and then the quicker it is for the cheaper it is for the client. For me anyway, I run it on a generally an hour's basis, and how many pointers and retries and corrections that I need to do for the client, and that sort of builds up the price for them. Bar 98 starts with longer chords in order to make space for the cascading harmonies idea that is currently evolving. So idea currently evolving, that means, and harmonies, that means I'm going to pull back a bit, right, because that gives more opportunity for Paul to make changes. If I'm right in on top of what's currently there, we can't really evolve so far, can it? So track is sounding great with additional Hammond, really improves the vibe. Okay, so it seems to me that there are maybe 1, 2, 3, there may be 4 points I need to do. What I've done is I've put in the new WAV file of the new version that he sent me, and also I've put markers on where you can't see that from here, but you will in a minute, where Paul's suggestions are. So the next thing for me to do is to go through those and correct them. Same sketches before I leave the camera running. Different camera turned up and the other one's flat, isn't it? So we'll do a little change of position so you can see the screen a bit. That might be quite nice. And the back of my head probably, and some playing, and then we'll go and make these corrections, mix it and send it off to the client and see how we do. Hello. We're going to go something like that. Yeah, you're going to see the gut as well. But you see some of the keys, and you haven't really seen much of this previously, so we'll have a bit of that in the shot as well. A little bit of face. Hello. Well, a bit of chin anyway. Okay, so headphones on. Yeah, we'll go up a bit, can't we? Hello. Okay, let's see what we could see. Right, so shall we start a new track for these overdubs? Maybe we should. So, fortunately I have lots of groups set up, as you can see. Group 3, Group 4, hopefully you can see on my shoulder there. Well, it's a bit of a zoom in job, but never mind. Take that one off. Option and up arrow, and then arm, and that arms them all. Same with the I for monitoring. I think the track I've been sent can go down. It seems a bit hotter than the original. That will do the job. Let me get all other organ parts and mute them for the moment. Okay, so we're having a listen here. He says bar 26 should be F sharp blues. So let's have a listen. I mean, it's that second chord there. Yeah, he's absolutely right as well. F sharp minor 7. Okay, so I'm probably going to redo that whole part by the looks of things. Let's have a look. I'm going to have to get the that a little bit louder in order to monitor. That's what it was, wasn't it? Something like that. I've still got my book with all my chords on, right? So I can find out where that was. E, 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 F sharp, E, E, A. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. I've got a pre-roll on there as well. So that's the bit I'm doing. My timing was terrible, wasn't it? But don't worry about that. That's that bit there. Right, let me get myself up to speed with my timing. So I usually run my organ down a little bit quieter once I know the notes I want to play. I'm going to have one more crack at it before I play it. Why is that? It seems to be overdriving so heavily there. I think that's how it is. Alright, no problem. I'm going to turn it up on here. Alright. Just seems to be a bit noisy, that, doesn't it? But never mind. Let's have a listen through. We go from here. Just don't have a listen. Oh yeah, lovely. Right, why not record it from there? Why not indeed? Everything's armed. Let's have a go. Okay. That recorded? Yes, it did. Options shift the insert, so I go. Got to be on the right group that I was set up to do that. Let's have a listen, see how that sounded. Right. It says back to stabs here. Bar 41, back to stabs. I think you should now be playing. Also, the drum track has changed at this point at 35, and the organ I think should be now be playing sustained chords than the previous stabs, but return on bar 42. Oh, I see. So when I'm playing this part here, this should be hell notes. And then back to stabs there. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense, doesn't it? Right, okay. Okie dokie. So let's go back to my settings, which are already marked up. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get yet another group. Okay, so I don't know if you saw I flicked over the group there. I could do it on the same track, but I like to overlap them in case I slide up to a note or something like that. It sounds good. I don't have to cut it straight away. So what I'm going to do now, I've got some chords to do now, which are, now this the F sharp is a major, and I'll go, because he's gone up there, because I was quite high there, I think I'm going to hold the note down and see how that works along with everything. So let's give that a bash. Yeah. Oh yeah, the da 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 da's right. So I might play through that da 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 because I'm going to go low, 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 and then when it breaks up, because da 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 da, that's when I think I can go high and get the Leslie on, I reckon. Okay, we know where we are then. Let's try that again. So we're going to go for a take now. Held chords. Okay, did that work? Do you think that worked? My fantastic headphones just broke halfway through there, so. Sounds okay? Yeah, okay. I think that works well. And then what I do, look, is I take off the record arm, I go to the next group up, record arm and input monitor, and that way I know I can flick over to the next bit. Okay, we're doing okay now. Bar 69. Where is bar 69? I know where bar 69 is because I had a bit of trouble with that one. Let's have a listen. He says it is... Oh! Of course it is. It's funny when people tell you. It's obvious, isn't it? Okay. Excuse me. Right, let's have a go at that. I'm there. Okay, probably needs a bit of a run up on that one. Let's go back a bit. I mean, that was it, wasn't it? Is that? Could I get it any tighter than that? Is the question. Let's have a listen. Okay, so make a space for the cascading harmony idea that is currently evolving. That makes sense. Okay. Okie dokie, let's get me input monitor on. Let's have a run through that and see what. I think it's going to end up with me just holding some chords down for a bit. So I might just hold that. They sound a little bit odd at the moment. I don't know if that's the mix or not, but I know that the chords are, there's two chords there, right? So I might just play it down. And again, play it down for the client, right? Can I play it more exciting? Yes, I can. But that's not the point, is it? It's about the guitar part. It's not about the organ part in this particular song. So let's just do as required. Okay, did it record? Yes, it did. Well, it's just sitting there really, isn't it? It's not doing anything smart, I don't think, but it's doing okay. Let's have a quick listen. Bit of expression, why not? Well, I know I played all those on the note, I think. Right, so what have I got now? Now I've got all the bits. I need to cut in the new takes. Hello, how are you? I need to cut in the new takes that I've done. I could send him just the tracks, but why not send him everything exactly how I want it to sound at the end? So I'll send him a replacement stereo track, just of organ, isolated, and he can drop that in and throw away everything else. And he doesn't have to do any chopping and changing, any clipping or anything that may or may not sound how I want my bit to sound. Drop that in, jobs are good, what do you think? Okay, so what I will do is I'll now go back into the warm of my house and not the chilly studio, fingers going. I'll get all that chopped and changed and what have you, and then I will send it over to Paul, see what he thinks of it. Hopefully we're on to a winner and it's a good one, and we'll see how we go. Right, brilliant. Okay, before I go, thank you very much. I know I've not done a video for a short while, but as I say, I've been trying to get the quality up really, as opposed to just doing a video every week. It's very easy to get obsessed with the numbers and all that, but I don't want to do that. I actually want to do stuff that's worthwhile for you. It's not about me. I know, save yourselves, but it really isn't. It really isn't. If you want to say thank you in any way, of shape or form, you can like and subscribe, can't you? If you want to buy me a coffee and say thank you for the free business that you get, you can do that from patreon.com, Nick Foley UK, which is where I live, and in return for my ever thanks, you'll also get my videos before anybody else. That's about it. Super. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this process. I'm going to mix everything down and get all the video, get it all lots and lots of video I've recorded. Going to get it all down, put some subtitles on. We'll try and go through the process and try and explain to you at least what I do. And hey, in a way, advertise the fact that I do this as well, because I don't really advertise. I've got plenty of work on, both live work and other projects. So I'm not in the business of really shouting about the remote record work I do, but I do a lot of remote record work as well. So if you need some organ tracks, a beautiful classic C3, 1963 C3 with a Leslie 122 in the, let's face it, distorted style. Other styles are and can be available, then give me a shout. Otherwise, just carry on watching this and enjoying it, hopefully enjoying it as best you can. I'll see you soon. I don't know when, but I will see you soon. I look forward to it. How you doing? Still hear me, can't you? It's magic. Right. So unravel all of my cable. I'm sure you won't see me doing this later on, or maybe you will. I don't know. Okay. See you in a minute. Oh, we've got to do the business.